What is up, guys? Oh wait, almost forgot the intro, but I didn't. I caught myself. So in this video, we're going to be going over 2 key ways that you can get started with Amazon FBA. So let's get right into the video. The first way that we're going to be talking about is going to be the less risky, more patient way of going about, an Amazon FBA business. This way is going to be focused on patience and waiting for that right product and not just jumping in. So for example, a lot of my students, they send me products and I do checks on them for them, and that's just what I do as I mentor them through the whole process. They'll send me something and I tell them it doesn't look good to me. The sales aren't there, the reviews aren't there, or I do like a little patent check and something's wrong with it. And they'll be like, should I just start it just to get the whole process of it? Or should I just test it just to see how the system works? And I'm basically in my head thinking, well, if you like to throw money out the window, or if you like to burn money, then yeah, go for it. But for me personally, I am really good with my money, so that does not appeal to me. I have done this, but I'm going to explain why I did it for a few products. But in the way that you're doing something and someone like myself is telling you, oh, the sales are really not there, that product looks terrible, do not do it, and they're still they're still wanting to do it, that's literally throwing your money out the window. So that is not the way of going about it. The way of going about it is be patient. It's okay, you guys can be patient. Try to find a product that is actually going to make you money and you're not going to be throwing your money out the window. A lot of people just want to jump in as quick as they can. Oh, I want to find a product as fast as I can, and I want it to make me money, but sometimes it's not going to be the case. Yes, sometimes people will find a product in 5 minutes. Some people will take a month. It just depends on how much research you're doing, how good you are at your research, and who taught you how to do your research or where you learned it from. So you can go about this the patient way and keep looking for that one product that is going to work, to where you're not really risking your money. This is how I started, because I didn't want to just throw my money out the window and be a huge risk taker, because that's not always the name of the game when it comes to this kind of thing. Especially if you're on a tight budget in the beginning. I'm guessing 90% of you are going to be on a budget. You guys are not going to want to throw money out the window. So wait, don't just jump in on a product just because you want to get the whole system of it understood, or you just want to test it, or you really believe in it, or you're just excited and you just want to waste your money. Don't be doing that. Make sure you're doing the proper research, you're doing patent checks, you're checking all the criteria that needs to be checked. And then if you think it's really going to work, then you can go ahead and go for it. Don't just jump on a product after 10 minutes of looking. Now, good examples of these patient products, that's what I'm going to call them, is for example, one I did was the eclipse glasses, like I've talked about before. Usually these products that I'm talking about, the patient products, are going to be seasonal or trendy. So this is where you just wait it out, because there's going to be a trend. There's going to be a trend, there always is. You're going to wait for that next trend, and when you spot the trend, then you can go for it, and you're being patient and waiting for that trend to happen, and then you're going to take action on it and then find a product to sell. Or if it's one product that's trending, then you can go ahead and sell that. Another way could be for seasonal items. Now the eclipse glasses could be seasonal or trendy. I don't know what you would classify it as, because it does happen on multi-year basis. Or it also was a big trend, like, oh, everyone get glasses and go look at the eclipse, whatever you guys want to say. So for example, it could be also a seasonal item where there's one time of the year where this product is really booming. A lot of people will forget about these kind of items and they don't prepare for them. So this is when you guys can jump in and you guys can prepare and get stock for these certain items way before that they are ready to go. This is where the patience kicks in. So that is what I recommend if you are on a tight budget and you don't like throwing your money away. Now the second way is going to be more for someone like myself, who you have some money to play with. You're not afraid to lose a decent amount of money, and this one you're more likely to succeed quicker, because just like they say, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. If you're rich, you have more money to throw out and more money to generate and more money to risk or lose. And if you're poor, you usually hold your money and you don't like to let go of it, because that's just different mentalities. So if you guys do have money to play with and you are willing to use the second strategy I'm about to tell you about right now, which is, I like to call it like mass execution, or mass testing, one or the other, whatever you guys want to say. So this strategy is where you are going to find like multiple products, sometimes, 3, 4, 5, up to 10 products. And whenever you find one of these products, you're just going to find a supplier. You're going to buy not a huge amount of units to start. Maybe it depends what it is really. So let's say, for example, a pen, and we don't know if this pen sells. We looked at it, it looked pretty good. Sales look good, look like we can jump in this market and sell these pens. Let's just get 50 to start, 100 to start, 150, 200 to start. Nothing crazy. We're not going to buy 10,000 pens when we don't even know how the market works for this pen, if there's any demand, or if we're even able to sell it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take, multiples, not just one. We're going to find, at least 3, 4, 5, up to 10 products that look good when we're doing our product research, and we are literally going to take action on all of those. And most likely 1 out of the 10 is going to take off if you are doing decent product research. So say I find 10 products, I go to 10 suppliers, they're all 10 different products, and I list all 10 on Amazon. Let's say I get 75 of each. So I have 75 in my inventory for all 10 products on my Amazon store, all listed, perfect listings, optimized, everything's good. I run PPC on all of them, and I find that 7 of those 10 products are not selling. The PPC is not working. I can't do anything. I can't get ranked. Then you know what? You cut them off. You take the loss. You say, let's say you spent on average $100 to $600 on each one of those products. So let's say I spent, 500. If all 7 of those don't work, it's 500 times 7. I just lost. So this is the very risky way of doing it. But remember, I also had those 3 that worked. Those 3 will really make up for the loss that I took on the other 7, and completely make it irrelevant, basically, depending on how successful those 3 are. Just even 1 successful out of 10 could completely make all the other 9 that were not successful irrelevant, and then you're going to have 1 constant source of income for years and years to come, just because you had 1 out of the 10 work. This also is like the strategy that you guys are going to hear a lot about entrepreneurship, where, it takes multiple failures to have a success. In certain cases it does. In this case, if you're going to go this aggressive route and you really want to get a product selling, then yes, you're going to have more failures because you're not doing extreme detailed research on one product, making sure it's going to work. If you find any little flaw, you're not going to throw it away. You're just going to go for it anyways. So if there's a tiny little flaw, then go for it. If it's something huge and there's a big flaw, then I would recommend not doing it. But if they're all decent looking products, then might as well throw all 10 up. At least 1, 2, 3 will work or more. And if all 10 work, then you're probably extremely rich now. So it's a win-win if you're wanting to go that way, but not everyone has, $5,000 to play with, or $10,000 to play with, or, whatever, depending on whatever products you guys find. So the people who only have $1,000 to play with, 800, 600, then you really want to be patient. You want to find that one, diamond, that gem, and then you can go for that to where you are, 90, 95% sure that it's going to work. So you're not being so risky with your money, and you're not going to be throwing it out the window. So these are the 2 ways that I recommend that you guys either take one or the other. You can't be in the middle. You can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You need to decide whether you are going to take this first strategy or you're going to take the second strategy. Don't make sure you have that clear in your head. Don't be that person who says, oh, I'm on a tight budget, but I'm still going to jump on something random that is risky. So now you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So you're being risky, like strategy number 2, and you're being, you need to be cost efficient, like strategy number 1. So this is setting you up for failure. That's not a good idea. So either be patient and be cost effective and find one good product, or don't and go the other route and do mass testing with a bunch of products that look pretty good, where you're gonna be a little bit more risky and not so cost effective. Now that is gonna be it for this video. Make sure you guys go down below, click on the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell button to get notified whenever I post any more Amazon videos to help you guys out. And also go down below and leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. Also, let me know if you subscribed, and I will be sure to respond to you right away. So that's it, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.